Hey guys, and welcome. My name's NGParadox, and welcome to this quick, actually it'll probably be quite a long update video about the current series, the multiplayer, all this type of stuff. This is definitely the video to watch if you want to know what's going to be coming up on the channel in the near future and what I'm planning and what's currently going on. So we're going to dive straight into it. I'm not going to babble on like I normally do. Well, there'll probably be a bit of babble, but we're going to jump straight in. So to begin with, firstly, multiplayer. So as you guys have known, obviously I've been doing some multiplayer series with a group of really nice guys. It's been really fun. As you guys have probably watched, at the moment we're doing the Clash of Kings scenario, which has been absolutely awesome. That has probably been the most fun I've ever had playing Crusader Kings 2. And definitely of any of the series I've done. That was so much fun, being able to have everyone, 6 different people being main characters during the Clash of Kings, all kind of their own independent conflicting motives. And so I've really enjoyed kind of the backstabbing, the kind of people negotiating, the wars, not kind of knowing what's going on in other places. It's really fun. So I hope you guys are enjoying that series. Sadly, we weren't able to record this weekend. That's why there's been a big gap between each episode, because we haven't been able to record much of it. But hopefully that will get back on track as soon as we have a bit more time when we can all get together. It's very difficult to get 6 people together at one time, but I've really been enjoying it. So there will be more of those soon. You don't need to tell us different scenarios you want or different games you want us to play in multiplayer. We have a load of ideas. In fact, we could just go on forever. Again, like normally with the normal playthroughs, there's so many ideas. So we have a lot already, and we'll continue as long as we enjoy it and as long as you guys enjoy it. That's the most important thing. As long as you guys support them, which you've been doing amazingly, we will definitely keep doing them. So enjoy those. Obviously, going back then, we had Robert's Rebellion multiplayer, which you guys probably have noticed. There's not been many updates on that. And sadly, that save got corrupted. So we were only able to play it once. And then when the second time we tried to play, the save just didn't work. It was pretty annoying. But yeah, there's not much we can do about that. So there'll be no more of that. I will admit, though, that in the 2 teams, I think the other team would have won. The team of Burton, Juronka, and Fish. Those guys had a much better position when we had the crash. So I really feel like unless they made a big mistake or we were able to trick them somehow, come up with a great plan, which I'm not sure we were going to be able to, they were likely going to win that. So I'm probably going to give that to them for that. Unlike the Clash of Kings, which is completely chaotic at the moment, I literally have no idea who's going to come out on top for that one. But I want you guys to watch that so you guys can see for yourself. But yeah, I have my own plans going. I'm sure most of you can figure out what my plans are so far, but I have a really long game planned. But yeah, the next one then is obviously Aegon's Conquest, which was the multiplayer before Robert's Rebellion. That was really fun, actually, even though it was only 5 of us at the time. And it was kind of the first time we were doing the multiplayer together in the Game of Thrones. It was still really fun. I really enjoyed that, but sadly, like the Robert's Rebellion, we had a save crash, and now it just keeps crashing all the time. So we have no idea how to fix it. We tried many ways, it won't fix, which is very annoying. That series was a series of ups and downs, as you guys probably noticed. The beginning, I was doing really well, managed to take over lots of things, beat the AIs. Then they managed to kind of push me back, thanks to the betrayal of Paradox, the North. Damn them, they betrayed me. That's great, though. That's what I love about playing with other people. You never really know what they are going to do. But if they do help you or do betray you, they're much better than the AI. So that was really fun. Then then obviously Aegon died, or Aegon died before that, and that kind of threw me into chaos. And then I had to kind of rebuild from that. We managed to keep control, and then I managed to get back on it by taking over, obviously, the Stormlands, Burton, then the North, and then Juronka. And then only Vujovic remained, the Reach. So I basically did really well up to that point. And then I made a ridiculous mistake in the last war with Vujovic. That was so ridiculous. I was totally distracted by Juronka and his diplomacy. It was hilarious. So I didn't even I didn't even bother to put her into an army. I didn't even focus. I didn't even raise my army because I didn't want to raise them before the AI had raised their troops. I didn't want to accidentally pick up any of the AI's troops. That might feel a bit gamey. And so then I just got completely probably what I'd describe it as is the most what's the word, anticlimactic war I've ever heard of. But yeah, so that was then a big mistake, and that put me into a massive spiral where I was a little child of Regency, and then Duranka betrays me. They then take the North, make them independent. The Vale becomes independent. I start losing everything, so that was pretty crazy. And that's what's really good about playing against human players. Human players can do that. They can take advantage of situations which maybe the AI would not think of. So that was really fun. Luckily, the Burton was a very honourable man, so that was really good. And then obviously I was able to, as I grew up, I was able to keep control of my land, which was very difficult because people hated me. And then when we grew up, we managed to keep control of our lands. We got back the North, got back the Vale, and then we had a dragon, and my people loved me. And then it got frustrated because obviously Vujovic took my son as a prisoner. So that means I couldn't declare war on him, which was so frustrating because I had like 160, 170,000 men, and he had about 60 or 70,000 men. So what my plan was going to be, I was going to get my son, which I still can't believe didn't work. They could not save him. It was ridiculous. That happened like 20 times, the rescue effort. I was going to declare war, raise my men, put my dragon and my king in the North, make him lead the men in the North. That's why I never gave away the North to any of the vassals, because I had enough men. I just wanted to make sure I had a big army for the dragon to lead. And then my plan was to get the AI to attack him and Duranka. And while I'm dealing with them, they probably could defeat them, but they'll lose a lot of men. Then I'll bring from the North, with as many ships as I can, all of my soldiers from the North, with the dragons, and I'll finish them off, or take Highgarden and burn down Casterly Rock. That was kind of my plans. I was really frustrated we were not able to finish, because I feel like I was in the position where I wanted to be in, and I'd managed to come back from that big folly. So that was kind of frustrating, but I hope you guys understand that stuff like that will happen. The multiplayer is not exactly, shall we say, stable. So that sort of stuff will happen. But then again, like I said before, playing against humans is very different. So I did learn a lot from that series. So that was really good, I think, for us. All of us, I think, learned a lot. And also, you never know, actually, even though that was my plan at the end, I'm sure those guys probably had some plan, sneaky plan of their own. So who knows how it would have gone. I feel I had the advantage, but who knows how it would have gone. I'm sure they had some sneaky plan going on them too. But yeah. So that's the multiplayer series. Like I said, this is going to be a long video. That's how those are going. Just stay tuned for Clash of Kings. Like I say, we've all learnt a lot from the other ones. So Clash of Kings, I feel, has been the best one just because we've learnt from that and we kind of got used to each other even more. So that's been really good. We just play and enjoy it. And we just hope you guys enjoy it too. Nextly, I'll go on to the Forester, my Game of Thrones CK2 solo plays. Obviously, the Forester one is basically almost coming to an end. I need to try to find a finale because we're so powerful now that this is going to be really easy unless something ridiculous happens. So I feel like it's kind of over and done with. At the moment, I'm feeling I might just try to do the finale is to destroy the Iron Throne. I think the finale will be I will destroy the title of the Iron Throne. That will be my aim. To destroy that throne and that corrupt crown forever. And the Foresters shall reign supreme. We'll have the Forest. We'll also have the North Independent separately. That's why I'm thinking we'll go for our finale. But we won't try and eat up the other independent kings. They can stay as their own independent kings. We just want to destroy the Iron Throne after all the harassment we had from them. So I think that's probably where the Forester one will end. And even if it doesn't end, we continue because people like it. It'll be based on you guys. If you want me to end, we will. If you don't, it will continue. I will probably start a new Game of Thrones series very soon. You guys don't need to give me any ideas in the comment section. I asked before and I still have a massive list of those ideas people gave. So I'm probably going to pick through those. But a new one will probably start very soon. I feel we need a fresh one. I feel at the moment I need a fresh Game of Thrones one. Because at the moment the Forester one we got very powerful. I need to start again as someone very small. Work our way to the top like we've done before. So that will probably be the next series. That will probably start maybe in a week or two. So I hope you guys will enjoy that. Then going on to CK2 Vanilla. Obviously we have my Tribal Beginnings. That is going very well. I've just recorded a lot of that. That had to take a back seat for a while. Just because I had so much going on in my real life and the multiplayer and stuff. But I've started recording that a lot more now. A lot of that's been done. I hope you guys will enjoy that. It's always been one of my favorite series. I do plan to shall we say, convert it into EU4 once we either get to 1300 AD, I think. I think that's a good cutoff point. Or if they bring out a new expansion before I've finished. If they do, then I'll convert it then. And then we'll probably start a new series in CK2 Vanilla, possibly, depending on your guys' reaction and also depending on the expansion itself. Then we have EU4, my Inca series. Now that one is probably going to come to an end very soon. We did very well, but now we're at the ridiculous point where we have everyone against us. Basically, the world is almost against me, those powerful people. I have some ideas of how we could possibly save it. I played through it a bit, and we're in a good position now. I've recovered from all the problems, but we have to watch and see. But there's a lot of things going on with that. But it will probably have to come to an end anyway, because they're bringing out a new expansion at the start of next month. So what will happen is I'll probably get that expansion, and I'll probably have to try and find an ending for the Inca series. It'll have to end. Either I'll finish it if I can, or I'll just have to find an ending, like go all out and just go on a big sacrificial like attack against some big old person. Try and get as much as we can, see what happens. If we die, then we die. If we win, then we try and go further. That might be the ending for the Inca one. Because sadly, the expansion is going to come out. There's not much I can do. And lastly, I guess, is the Walking Dead series. Oh yeah, actually, sorry, back to the EU4. When the new expansion comes out, I'll probably start a new series in that. I do love EU4. Again, it's not one of my more popular series, but I do think it's important to have different types of series to make sure you guys don't get too bored. I feel like if I do too much of maybe CK2 Game of Thrones, people will just get bored or not watch all of them. So I like to have different series that give you guys something different to look at and get you maybe more used to not just liking CK2 Game of Thrones, that you like me, get used to me in different types of games. Be kind of nice. But yeah, so Walking Dead as well. I just finished Series 1. It was awesome. Really enjoyed it, actually. People who've been telling me to play it for ages were right. That game was absolutely a great experience. I'm really looking forward to playing 400 Days downloadable content and Season 2, as well as the Game of Thrones, which comes out tonight. And I will be playing that and uploading it straight away as soon as I can. But again, The Walking Dead will probably take back seats sometimes, because if I don't have time, that is the least popular series, the least important one. It's quite an old game and stuff. So that's the least important one. That might have back seats sometime. So I do apologize for that, like it did for the last maybe 2 weeks. But it's back, and I've recorded quite a lot, so it should be up for a while. But other than that, I guess there's not really much else to talk about. That's all the series. That's all the possible things that will be happening in the next couple of weeks, probably, next 3 weeks maybe. I hope that's enough information for you guys. Maybe I talked a bit fast in this video. I know it's been a long video though, but there's a lot of things to get through. As usual, I just want to say a massive thanks to you guys. The channel has been experiencing the most growth it's ever had. Obviously, go check out the guys I play CK2 Game of Thrones with. Those guys are awesome. They do videos very similar to me, maybe in different styles or maybe just different personalities and attitudes. You might find something you really like. So I really ask you to guys go watch their videos, because they're just nice people as well. They're all just nice people. I wouldn't play with those guys unless I thought they were decent people, and they are. I enjoy playing with them. And also, we're almost about to hit 2 million views. That is insane. 2 million times people have watched my videos. That seems pretty crazy, actually. Now I'm actually just saying it. And we're almost about to hit 6,000 subscribers, which is weird because just last month we hit 5,000. I think it was the beginning of last month we just hit 5,000, and now about to hit 6,000. So I really appreciate your guys' continued support, and the comments you give are always great for me to read. I always love the comments. I try and read every comment. I must say the comments aren't actually working at the moment, so that was one thing I forgot to mention. If you've noticed I've not been commenting or replying as much recently, it's because actually the thing that I normally look at for comments, the community part tab on the dashboard, it doesn't seem to be working properly. It's absolutely just been ridiculous. So it's been very difficult to reply to people. So I do apologize, but I've always loved your guys' support. And I'm going to end this video now before we hit 15 minutes, because that means you guys have just been listening to me for 15 minutes. And that's a long time. That's almost a whole video. Jesus. I do apologize, but I hope you guys got the information you want. And in the comment section, please just tell me anything you'd like. any constructive criticism, anything you'd like to see in the future of the channel, anything you'd like to see as we grow. That's really the stuff I want to hear. I don't need new ideas for series unless it's a different type of series, but Game of Thrones, don't need any more. I have a ridiculous amount at the moment, and for the multiplayer. So yeah, I hope you guys have a nice day. I've been NGParadox, and I'm signing out. Good night.